Clearly, every statement is just chef's kiss. My brother here said, hey man, a lot of people do not know, but the Crest Country Club, Crestside and Vallejo, that used to be the Black Beverly Hills back in the day. So funny you bring that up because a lot of people do not know this, but so when you go to Beverly Hills and Vallejo, for those who do not know, there is a Beverly Hills in Vallejo. We call it the Hillside. I used to stay close to it. I used to stay on Woodrow Ave. It's kind of close to Hillside, basically in Homemakers, or it's kind of in between Roadside and Hillside. And when you go there, the street layout, like the name of the streets in Beverly Hills and Vallejo, is the same street layout or name of the streets as you would go to in the Beverly Hills in LA. Like the Wilshire, Hollywood Ave, Denton Court, like all that, that's all in the Beverly Hills in LA too. Which is wild to me because I've always wondered why that is. I read online, like, I know Burton Green, the guy who was the developer behind Beverly Hills in LA. I saw a story online that said that he came to Vallejo and put that there. I don't believe that. I feel like that's an AI generated story on Google. Because sometimes you can't trust them goddamn chat GPI stories generated. Like sometimes you got to talk to an OG, one of them OGs who stayed on Wilshire, who's been on Fulton Ave since the 1940s or 30s. You got to talk to one of them to get a good idea about that. But shout out to the Hillside. I fuck with the Hillside, you know. Clearly I'm an E40 fan, so I love it. I fuck with the Hillside. I know having this conversation about the Hillside while bouncing back from the Crest is a little bit different because we all know the funk between the Hillside and the Crest side, which is, I'll never understand why in any city that you go to, when you're talking about the lower income neighborhoods that happen to be predominantly black, I never understand why it's always the two hoods with the highest population of blacks that have the biggest funk. You ever notice that? Like it never go. Like usually the two oldest black neighborhoods in the city always have the biggest funk. In the Crest, it was the Hillside versus the and Vallejo was the Hillside versus the Crest. You go to Sac, it was the Heights versus Oak Park. And some could argue that Meadowview's a bigger black neighborhood than the Heights, but I'm pretty sure it was Oak Park and Del Paso Heights are the oldest predominantly black neighborhoods in Sacramento that are still around. I know there was one before them, there was Southside Park and West 8th Street and all that other stuff.